So perennial cutbacks are something that a lot of property owners don't really think about, and or maybe even don't even do, but it really is important to those perennial flowers. Some of the common ones that we do around here are going to be hydrangeas, rose bushes, liriope, different types of flowering perennials such as cone flowers, or even like dianthus or something along those lines. So what that process is after the plant has basically went dormant, the top half of the plant has went dormant for the year, which is typically going to be very late fall, early winter, then we will come out and cut off that dead growth from the plant. So what that's going to allow is first off, it's going to just look better through the winter. You're not going to have all these brown, crispy, crumpled up plants in your landscaping, but also that's going to remove all that growth so that the new growth the following year can come through and up quicker and easier with less effort and energy. So that's going to allow a more vibrant, healthy plant the following year. When we do this process, it's going to vary on how we do it based on what plants we're cutting and the size of the property and a few other variables. We are always going to default to hand trimming rather than defaulting to using a gas hedge trimmer. Hand trimming is typically the proper way for most plants to trim them because of the method of trimming. For instance, on a hydrangea, you've got a stem, you'll have a bud, and then you'll have the flower up top. You want to cut just above that bud at a 45-degree angle. Well, all the different stems on the hydrangeas, the buds are going to be located at different spots along there. So if you take a gas hedge trimmer and just go right across there, some of them you're probably going to cut right above the bud, some you're going to cut way above the bud, some below the bud, some through the bud. So that's going to result in the next year having less flower growth off of that hydrangea. So instead, we're going to go through with a set of hand pruners and locate each bud and trim just above the bud as it should be. We're also going to trim those at a 45-degree angle instead of flat. And what that's going to do is throughout the winter and spring, as water's falling on it, it's going to allow the water to drop off of that, and rather than sit on top of a flat part, and when it sits on top of a flat part, it can cause issues such as fungal growth. So we're going to trim those properly for each plant, and certain plants at certain times we can use gas hedge trimmers and things like that to be more efficient, and when we can, we will to be efficient and pass those costs on to you. But a good part of the time it's going to be hand pruning, which is really the right, proper way to do that. After we prune and trim back those perennials, we will of course remove all that dead old growth and haul it away for composting.